Welcome back to Dark Corner's Physical Media Reviews. Last year, Imprint offered up Tobe Hooper's Lifeforce in a limited edition epic box set similar to their release of The Keep, which we were fortunate enough to get our hands on. This release takes the best of that and repackages it at a slightly more affordable price. Now, usually if we're reviewing a Canon film, then it's for our bad movie strand, and we did cover Lifeforce many years ago, but this gives us a chance to reappraise.
Bodies. 3 bodies.
And there is much to like and admire. The effects of Star Wars effects supervisor John Dykstra are excellent, creating a very original alien ship. The interiors echo Alien.
I hope you can appreciate the scale of this in the video.
And it's no surprise to find Dan O'Bannon amongst the writers, and there is too something of Alien's down-to-earth aesthetic in the Earth shuttle interiors. The story, based on the book The Space Vampires, is Alien Dracula.
They look like bats. Giant bats.
By way of Quatermass, and incidentally, Frank Finlay would have been a great Quatermass.
If she is moving from body to body, mind to mind, taking only a small amount of energy from each victim, it would make sense that we're finding no new victims.
The shuttle Churchill fills in for Dracula's Demeter, delivering its insidious cargo, along with a dead crew, to wreak vampiric havoc on the streets of London. All interesting, and none of it the first thing people think of when they hear Lifeforce. Matilda May's near-constant nudity has become the defining feature of the film, for better or worse.
49 to control. You'll never believe what I'm looking at.
I don't know that this would have become the cult film it has without what is, let's not pretend otherwise, a pretty major asset.
Was it sexual?
Yes, overwhelmingly so.
But I think it has stopped the film being taken seriously, and alongside its treatment of the only other significant female character...
I don't know.
Tell me.
No!
Despite appearances, this woman is a masochist. An extreme masochist. She wants me to force the name out of her.
It has encumbered any reasonable reappraisal.
I am a natural voyeur.
It is what it is, and no one can deny it does capture the seductive power of the vampire, albeit without a lot of subtlety. For all its leeriness, I like the first half of Lifeforce. It has style, ambition, and I find Frank Finlay and Michael Gothard engagingly believable leads.
It was the most overwhelmingly feminine presence I've ever encountered.
It does lose me when it reintroduces sole human survivor Colonel Carlsen. The sci-fi gothic remains cool, but there were hints from the start that this would not be my kind of vampire movie.
I almost have the feeling I've been here before.
Replacing the across-the-centuries love story I have hated in many a Dracula film with an across-the-light-years one.
I love you.
There is a reason that she's Patrick Stewart there.
He's been naughty.
Continuing the Dracula analogy, Carlsen is Mina, the victim who retains a link to the monster.
Is it my mind?
Which, here, and as I said in some versions of Dracula, becomes a sort of love connection.
I couldn't help myself.
That part of the story does irritate me, but it's not my main objection. Carlsen has no business being the lead, and his presence sidelines more interesting characters.
He too needs feeding.
I personally find the second half of the film a tremendous letdown. Nice enough cover, creepy backside, 4 discs, a theatrical cut and international cut on 4K and Blu-ray, the latter restored by Silver Salt Restoration, also responsible for the excellent Hammer releases. Hardback booklet. Lovely pictures, not much analysis, but I am a sucker for original production materials. The long version of the script. Another creepy back cover, though a different sort of creepy. On to the special features. There is nothing here that hasn't appeared on other releases, but what there is excellent, especially for fans of practical effects. Commentary tracks with makeup effects designer Nick Maley and visual effects artist Douglas Smith break down their work with behind-the-scenes gems shared along the way, like how it took 22 people to operate the Skeleton Man, and how Nick Maley got to go through the script and add some special effects gags of his own. Tobe Hooper's track is more gushing, thanks to Tim Sullivan's moderation. It's not till you hit the feature-length making-of documentary, Cannon Fodder, that you really hear what an insane shoot this was.
A tremendous atmosphere working on a picture. I mean, half the crew was spaced out on coke and stuff like that because they were all into drugs. I think they'd been seduced by the Lifeforce.
Mainly talking heads from cast and crew reminiscing about the fun they had. Perhaps too much of that coming from scenes involving French dancer Mathilda May.
In the end, we had to close the set because it just got ridiculous. There was more people up there than down on the floor, you know.
Incidentally, while nothing is left to the imagination concerning May, the male space vampires always have something to cover their modesty.
So the costume had to make them a little ball bag, to put it crudely. It was like the top of a pair of stockings, so that had to be stuck to the top of their pubic area, and the rest was hiked up their derriere.
Additional interviews with Hooper, Steve Railsback and Mathilda May, who demonstrates her command of different accents.
I remember also being surprised by his accent. I think he's from Texas, so he's quite a heavy American accent.
Extensive photo gallery and an isolated music track with Henry Mancini's score rounds out the extras.
A vampire? It could be described that way, yes.
Possibly the best of canon, possibly the best space vampire film ever made. I do think that Lifeforce falls short, but interestingly, every time I watch it, I get caught up by the opening, by the first half, as if this time it might keep this up and end better. I do think that says a lot about its qualities. For me, those qualities don't outweigh its flaws, but I absolutely get why people defend this one, why people love this one, and it's not just about Mathilda May. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. How do you feel about Lifeforce? What other space vampire films, good or bad, are worth a look? Let us know in the comments below.